Alright, what better way to spend your Sunday than making up a weird snorkel kit for your Subaru? Now, it's real easy. Like all this hood intake and resonator box, none of this is really clamped together. You can just give her the old pull on the tube there that goes in the airbox. And you're probably wondering, what can I use for a tube? I gotta get something all flexed through this, compact little car fender and whatnot. So don't worry, just go to your nearest mega hardware store and find yourself 2.5 inch, make sure it's 2.5, vacuum cleaner hose, universal. Because when you take that and stick her on the intake here, you'll find it's a completely perfect fit. And now you have a flexible, mostly durable hose that's built for handling vacuum, like that your car uses, for making yourself snorkel. So now, your biggest object is going to be figuring out how to route that thing. And luckily, the engineers over at Subaru, just rip this off here. You don't need that. So you come over here and you can see right behind this resonator, there's a nice little hole that they leave here for you. So all you gotta do is get your resonator and the other tube out of the way here, and then you can start plumbing this thing to get her routed. And as you can see, the old drill's just sitting there waiting to put a good old kisser right in the fender there. I'm gonna figure out that yet, where I gotta put it exactly, and then good old rubber 1/4 inch fuel line. Just line your hole that you're gonna make, because you don't want jaggedy holes. No, we gotta make this professional. Come on now, professional vacuum tube installation. So let's see, what do we got there? Is that gonna be a 10? But that's not a 10. That looks like a 12. I brought the 10 out here like a dip. Yeah. Now, normally, you would have to go and grab your 12, but in this case, boys, we got 2 tubes, I guess. I guess we got 2 tubes here, but nah, we can get that one out of there real easy. And if I want to put this back in, I have another set. Well, this is on a rubber mount, and this is actually kind of nice, and that's on 10 mil. We can remove this one. We have the tools. This is nice because you retain your stock air filter. Don't have to worry about that at all. Get that one out of the way. Alright, so now you got a big old nice area on the side here. I've already got this out if you ever need to get to your spark plug on this side. Or plugs, I should say. Now, you're just going to have to reach that hose all up in this. Nice. Then you can proceed your fender well. And there she is, poking out. Right there. And then we can, pretty much, I think we're going to leave this fender well in place. Hopefully there's some kind of protection for the tube, because it sits in there against the fender with pretty minimal clearance. There's like there's a bit of a lip right there. I don't know if you're able to see it. That comes back. Now you want to be careful around this yellow wire too, because that yellow wrapped wire, that's an airbag wire. So yeah, be a little cautious with that. Now, what we're going to end up doing, because we're going to have to stay on the outer skin of the fender in order to get a good hit on it here. I'm going to push out on the fender. This is about where I can reach up to. But it's a real tight fit for this tube getting up in there. Like, I don't know what else you'd be using for this tube right now. I just happen to find 2.5 inch tube and I'm vacuum tube, and I'm like, no way, that'll be perfect. So hopefully we can get it to come out here. I don't know if I can get it to bend a right angle out, but we're gonna maybe have to. And I'm gonna have to make a run to the hardware store before we get too carried away, because I got a plan. We're gonna do hose clamps, drill a hole through them, the band, stick a rivet through, drill a hole on the pillar, silicone on both sides, so you seal it, and you just rivet that stainless steel hose clamp right to the body. Do like 3 of those, and then yeah, just have your tube hanging out hopefully about right there. So yeah, that should be about all we need to do for it. Let me go run and get my other stuff that we're gonna need, and we'll get into it. Alright, so now what you're gonna do is take your hose clamps, label them 1, 2, and 3. Put your labels the right way, so your hose clamps are the same way, and then you know, line up the number facing the right way, so your hose clamps are directional. Now you're gonna take your, let's see, I didn't drill a hole in that one actually. It's from the last clip, I actually just forgot, but I have one in this one. So what you would do is you're gonna take like number 2 here, and you stick it where you got your marks at with the tape. Stick the clamp on there, and you're gonna mark your holes where that's at. And that's how you're gonna attach these 2 guys on here, or these hose clamps on here. You got 3 of them in total. You're gonna run there. And we're gonna put the, like I said, the hole's gonna be somewhere in there in the fender. So let's I'm gonna have to probably get a second set of hands, hold the camera to show you the drillage through you know, my car. Probably a smart plan, you know, just drilling holes in your in a pillar of your car. Alright, so just take your drill bit, you know, swallow your pride and drill into your car. Not too much pressure so you break your drill bit. Nice. Matter of fact, I think I may need to see how much depth is here. I guess I gotta ream it a little. Just give it a little extra there. Okay, now I'm gonna come up here, do the same thing. I hope by now your mom has agreed to this, to let you drill these holes, because if not, you're gonna have a bad time. So who knows, maybe you just got, you know, a little too messed up with the boys one night and decided, hey, I need a snorkel on mom's car. So when I go to get her prescriptions or groceries or whatnot, I can go wherever I want. Alright, now you've drilled holes in your car. What can you do with those? Now you can mount your hose clamps. We'll get the rivet gun out and I'll show you otherwise with this. You just stick your rivets on through. But yeah, you'll want to peel this tape off first, and you do silicone on each one of them. So seal it up nice, and then bam. Suck it on there nice and tight. Get a little bit of adjustment here with the bigger holes that I made, so we'll figure that out. And yeah, peel this tape off, we'll come back to you. Alright, so take a little bit of your silicone, smear it on there, get some on. You're gonna end up wiping some excess around the sides later, don't worry. Take your first hose clamp you're putting on, make sure your direction's right. You stick one through. We're gonna go with just one for now. Stick that through, get some Silicone on there, so we're sure. Stick it on. Now, can grab, oh, don't let her pop off too much there. Oh no. There's plenty of silicone on there, sure, to seal up these holes. Okay? Make sure on your first one here that you line up your hose clamp about the angle you need it. So in case it doesn't rotate, you can still rotate it. Or you can know that you're right the first time, I should say. There we go. Remember, if you don't want to be that guy that just leaves all your rivet shanks chilling out in the parking lot and getting everybody's tires filled up with those, you should probably put that on. Anywho's, get the other one going here. And it's probably smart to stick them both in so then you get the stencil right, but as long as you get your angle right and your holes a little bit reamered out more, then you should be good. Matter of fact, freaking shank was stuck in there. Make sure you're putting pressure towards the vehicle as you pull your rivets so that you know that you're not halfway unseated by the time you're done. So now, got yourself good old mounting point for your hose to come through. And while we're out here, and my camera person's here, we're going to figure out an approximation for a hole here. So, what you're going to do, let's see if you can come stand about this way, take your hole saw, and I have figured out I can get up to about, where was it again? Yeah, it was about right in this area here. I figured I'd get the best exit point. So I kind of have to split it on the crease. So if I want to get it nice and centered up, I'm going to go about like this with my hole saw. Yeah, push it right on your paint so it scratches it up nice right now. And about right there I'm going to set it. And I'm going to take my drill bit and I'm just going to go ahead and stick it right through about the center where I want that drill bit to sit when I go through with the rest of it here. Now it's kind of a dumb method because hopefully I'm making a mark here. Flexing the fender. Oh yeah, you got a nice little marky in the paint there. Okay, let's do the dumb thing and make a hole in our fender for once. Here we go. And you want to get your angle with this hole at about where you think your exit's going to be the best. Nope, it's slipping down in here. So go through a little bit straight ways. Right, now your hole's through. Be careful with that. Take your bit and go at an angle. Now here's the thing, you bought a cheap carbon steel style hole saw. It's for PVC and wood, but thin fender, Japanese sheet metal. I think it can do one ring of it. Oh no! What the heck happened? Not spinning anymore. What the hell? Oh.
Did you break it?
No, I'm spinning on my bit right now. So I tried to stick in a bigger bit so that I'd have better driving power here, but yeah, that's a fail. Alright, take two. I'm not gonna lie to you boys, this this thing ain't liking it, and it's just burning the metal. That's pretty funny, actually. Oh no. Well, you made yourself a nice hole there. Or a nice scratch in your fucking paint. Way to go, dipshit. Alright, well, it looks like we need to get ourselves an actual hole saw for this, so I guess stay tuned. Alright, well, if you're too lazy to go back to the store, just, you know, bust out your tin snips. And what we're going to do here is we'll take rough measurement. We'll kind of mark up the paint exactly where this is going to take precedent. Just like that. Get some on the bottom there too. Oh yeah, there we go. I got a nice mark going on. And don't worry, we're going to cover this up with something. And don't worry, it's not like this fender was meant to go anyway. She's got some nice rusty bubbles here. So, let's, I'm going to cut this out, you know, without camera, because I don't want to keep calling my camera person out here all the time. And I'll be back in Alright, well, we got our 3 hose clamps hooked up. Top one's a little bit wonky because I couldn't get the rivet to quite grab, so I'm only holding on one rivet. But either way, we're going to clean up this hole now in our fender using, take some silicone on there, you know, so you seal up that edge. You don't want to have a bunch of rusticles, even though this channel's called Rust Wrench. We want to do things in a half-ways, considerate way, you know, in case the wife or the ma comes out and just like, why the hell is there a hole in the side of my car? And you got to explain to them, don't worry, I'm making it look nice, it's all gonna be okay, it's no big deal, don't worry about it. So now you got yourself one pretty clean looking hole for your fender. Once you've taken, actually I didn't use a rubber fuel line after all, I did end up going for the split wire loom, a little bit easier to get that into place and whatnot, so no big deal. Wipe some more of this excess off here, and now we'll stick that hose up through here. Stick it out. Oh, come on now. Oh, I'm pushing the edge of my thing off here. Probably gonna end up doing that more as we go here. Okay, well, you can see what I'm getting at here, so I'm gonna pull that through a second. Alright, there it is, all hooked up. Just popped her down through, just plugged it right in, man. This is easy. So there's gonna be that little yellow wire loom that's running there. It's on a bracket. There's a bracket about right there. Push it up, and that'll help you fit your hose back in, so you can clip your fender liner back up there. It's possible that you rub if you're running stock height, but if you got lift spacers, you're probably not going to get your tire to come all the way up into that, so I wouldn't worry about it. So now you're right there, boys. We got a different day here, but it is all complete. Got myself a nice little elbow here. Now, I hope you'll get lucky and you'll find an ABS Terminator Grate. That's, I guess, what this is called at Menards. Now, I could only find it in white, so I just spray painted it black, of course. But, yeah, got an extra bit of loom there. Still got the old scratch. I mean, you gotta remind yourself of your mistakes in the past. And it's pretty slick. Let's hop in the old saddle here. Oh, how many? Oh, which one of the fuckers? Here, I guess. So, if you ever need more noise, with this setup, all you gotta do is just crack your window, and suddenly so you get nice slurpage. And here, let me get on the road. and I'll show you what it sounds like. Just got that constant little sound the whole time. Like I said, you need extra race noise? Just crack the window and you'll have it with this. You guys didn't think I'd leave you hanging and not give you some red line, right? And truly, boys, it is so simple. As like, you know, that's normal, don't worry about it. And then, you know, when the traffic lightens up here, you just crack your window a little bit and suddenly extra race noise. Oh, don't worry about that cop. I'm just holding the camera and trying to operate a vehicle, officer. Like, you get all these little slurp noises. Compared to, like, that's just not fun. So, like, you get instant, like, cool redliney type noises, and it's pretty awesome, really. So, hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.